Hi, this is 10.5. Recall we learned perimeter, which is the measure of the outside. In this case, the perimeter is 2 times the length, which is 5, plus 2 times the width, which is 2. And if I made these centimeters, then we have 10 plus 4, which equals 14 centimeters. Here we have area. Now remember, area is the measure of the inside. We want to know how many squares we have. And instead of actually counting the squares, what we do is multiply length times width. So with the rectangle, the area of a rectangle is length times width, which is 5 times 2, which is 10. If these were meters, meters squared. Okay, well now we're going to go into volume. Volume is if we have, let's see, if we have a three-dimensional figure, we want to know how many cubes fit inside. So if you could just kind of imagine cubes inside here, how many cubes would fit, okay? So if this was, let's say, 2 was the depth, and 5 was the length, and then up here was 3, and we called these yards, and we want to know how many cubic yards were inside. When we take the volume, what we do is we go length times width times height. Length times width times height. So in this case, our length is 5, our width is 2, and our height is 3. So we have 10 times 3, which equals 30 yards cubed. So don't forget putting that cube up there. So with perimeter, we just had centimeters. Area, we had meters squared. And volume, we had yards cubed. Okay, so we're going to do different shapes. I'm going to erase this now and move on to more shapes that we're going to take volumes for. Okay. All right. So one that we have is a cylinder. This is a cylinder. You can think of it like a short Coke can or something. And what we do for a cylinder is, imagine this. We take the area of the circle that's on the bottom, and then we multiply it by how tall it is. Kind of like filling up a glass with little discs. Okay? So let's say that they say the radius here is going to be 5 inches. Okay? And they say the height is going to be 8 inches. And they want to know the volume of the cylinder. Okay, so what we're going to do is find the area of the circle first, and the area of a circle is pi r squared. So in this case, our radius is 5 squared, 25 pi. Okay, and then we take this circle and we times it by how high it is. We fill it all up. So in this case, the volume is going to equal 25 pi times how tall it is, times 8. Okay, and that's going to be 200 pi, and we'll estimate that at 200 times 3.14, and you can do that on your own. And when we do that, what are we going to say at the very end? Well, these are in inches, so our answer is going to be inches cubes. That's how many cubes will fit in that cylinder. Okay. Let's keep going. We have some more. We have volume of a cone. So this was cylinder, and now we're going to do a cone. A cone, if you can imagine, again, we have a little circle, but now kind of like a teepee or an ice cream cone. And all of this, okay, all of the inside, we want to know how many cubes fit in there. So we have a formula for the cone. Volume equals 1/3 pi r squared times the height. So actually it's the same as a cylinder, pi r squared times height, but now we're going to take 1/3 of that, and that is what the cone is. Okay? We also have a sphere. A sphere is just like a big circle, think of it like a ball, if that helps, like a ball. Okay, and the volume for a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, let's see if there's another one I want you to work on. Oh, volume of a pyramid. Okay, we all know what pyramids look like, right? Okay, so yeah, it's a little harder to draw a pyramid, but just look at the base, pick a point at the top, and then connect your points with the edges. And there you go, if you can imagine. That's a pyramid, okay? All right, so how do we do the pyramid? The volume for a pyramid is 1/3 base times height. Okay, well, what is the base? The base is this, the area of the square at the bottom. Okay, so that is the base, the area of the square, times the height. They'll have to give you the height in order for you to do this problem. Okay, and again, you can look at these in your book. They've got all of the formulas for you there. All right, so now I'm just going to list the homework for 10.5. All right, so homework for 10.5. So 9, it's going to be 1 through 19 odd. And then we have 21, 25, and 29.